And folks, another cold one out there, about 0 degrees at the minute. Now, in the last video of the front linkage, obviously, you know, we made these bits all for the rams, where the pins and the holes for the rams are all worn really badly. So, I've also made a couple of bosses as well to weld on. So that'll go on there like so, and then that'll just help take up more the slack of the pin, so there's more metal holding the pin on. So we've got these all to weld on, that to weld onto the frame. Also need to get the needler out, the air needler, and see if we can clean these this rough paint off these frames, ready for painting. So let's crack on, shall we? Whew, that's pretty heavy still. There you go, she's on. Right, now in my mind, this air needler's going to go and it's going to come up beautiful. Let's find out, shall we? Now this may be quite noisy. Whew. Definitely want eye and ear protection. Yes! That is as good as I was hoping it was going to be. That's just eating that paint off there. Oh, lovely jubbly. That's handsome, right. I'll crack on and get this all cleaned up. I tell you what, I really like how it can get into the corners, sort of where the welds are. There's no problem getting in there and cleaning them up. Right, there we go. That took a little while, but that has now got no flaky paint on it. It's got hardly any paint on it at all, but no flaky paint, so that should be good for painting. But before we get that far, I mean, we're well off painting really. We've got to flip this back over and do some welding, get these lugs welded on, tidy up. Now that needler, that was as good as I was hoping it was going to be. That'll be a handy bit of kit. Right, I've got to do something with these holes as well. I mean, especially that one, you can see how oblong it is. Now of course I'm going to be welding them on top, but I'm still going to be having a loose hole there. That one's still going to be loose. You know, you don't want wobble like that, do you? You definitely don't want that. So what I propose to do is probably incorrect, but you know, I'm limited with the technology I've got. Is what I'm going to do. This top side of the hole here is fine. That's where the pin should be, because these rams are upside down, so the weight has been on this end here, so that's just this end that's worn. So what I am proposing to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to weld up this bottom half, so sort of tack weld all in there, so that I build this hole back up again. And then what I should do, once I get it so that I've got a decent, well, I'm not going to be able to do it with weld, if you know what I mean, but once I've covered that up with weld, I shall then weld the better plate over the top like so, and then what I should be able to do, hopefully, is what I'm hoping to be able to do, is then put the mag drill back through there to drill out a decent hole again, if that makes any sense. So I'll have all weld, that'll all be sort of half welded up there like, weld that back on. That'll act as a guide for the mag drill, and then I can just drill the hole back out. That is what I mean, it's either that or I was going to cut these off and start again, but I don't really want to do that. So that is why I'm going to do that. It's probably the arse about face long way around to do it, but that's what I've decided to do. Right, I've just blocked the ports off on the rams with some hydraulic connectors to stop crap getting in there. And what I've got to do, where these rams have, as you can see, the holes have elongated. It's, whether you can see on camera or not there, it's pushed the metal out either side, so I just need to grind them flat. Right, so welded these bottoms of the holes up. I know it doesn't look pretty at the minute, but the aim was to fill it up with weld. So now I'm just going to grind the surfaces flush again, and then we can get the mag drill and then just drill these out to the correct size again. That is the hope anyway. Right, so that's them all ground flush. What we've got to do now is weld them plates on like so. Then I can use these as the guide for the mag drill to then hone these holes out, you know, back so they'll accept the pin wherever I put the pin. You see, it's sort of close, which is what I want, but just wants honing out, and got to do that with all 4 holes. So let's get them tacked on. Right, so we can get this new bit of steel welded on now. Now I'm making sure that it matches up perfectly with this top bit, because this top bit's fine. That isn't where it's worn, it's where I've had to weld it up. So I want it to be lovely and flush with this top side, so which is about there. Yeah, happy with that. We'll just G-clamp it in. Like so, so that can't move. Lovely jubbly. Right, I should be able to just not even bother tacking that, just weld it straight up. So let's fire the welder up. Right, lovely job. That's one on there. Happy with that. Now you see I can use this first bit as a guide for the broach cutter, and that should hopefully make a lovely hole in that other bit. So hopefully it's going to work alright. Right, I'm going to weld these bosses in place. Again, I'm going to clamp it so that don't move. Right, we'll tack that on so we can take them G-clamps off. Superb. Right, so we are ready to weld these lugs back onto the lower part of the linkage now. But before we do that, I've got to just weld these grooves out I've made. Just weld them up, and then we'll grind it flush again because it wasn't welded there. So I've ground it out, so we get a nice weld in there. Then we'll grind it flat where this lug's going to go, and then we can weld them on. So let's crack on with that. Right, that's tacked. Just double check that we set square. Yeah, happy with that. That's alright. Superb. Right, so that's the first layer done all the way around. Well, apart from the front, I'll do them when I turn the piece round. But yeah, just going to do another couple of layers now. So next layer I'll do will be will cover the weld and the main part of the frame. Then the next layer will cover the top half of the weld I've already done, and onto that. And then I may even do another bead above that just to give it, you know, plenty of strength. So let's crack on with that, get them welded on. Right, there we go, folks. May not be the prettiest welding in the world, but that ain't coming off anytime soon. Got 3 layers on there, so yeah, happy with that. So like I said, I think it's time to get the frame on Fastrac. Right, I've got all these bits cut now, ready to make this spacer. Obviously this bit here, that come with the linkage anyway. That was part of the old fitting kit. Now I've used one of the brackets and I've cut that section out there, and then I've just cut 2 of these bits of plate out of another bit of bracket, and I'm looking for 8 inches. That's how much that's what I need for the spacer, and I would say that's about 8 inches, wouldn't you? So that's awesome. Right, now just got to well, clean it up and then stick it all together, weld it all together, and then we are really starting to get somewhere. Well, I've nearly prepped these bits for welding now. Obviously I've cleared the paint off the surfaces I'm going to weld, so just got to do this bracket now, and then we can stick it together. Right, that's in position. Let's get it tacked up now, and then we'll double check it. Right, that's all together. Need a bit more wire speed. Turn it flat out. Alright, just double check the measurements now. We're looking for 8 inch. Yeah, that is about 1/16 under. Same that side, that's ideal. Happy with that. Right. Let's get it welded up. Oh, there. Oh, we're getting there. Looking alright. Just about 3 more seams and a bit of touching up, and well, then we're going to offer it up to the tractor and the linkage frame. See if we can make it fit together. Well, the frame's all welded up. I'm just literally welding in a central brace. I don't think I need it, but I'm just putting it in as just a precaution. I mean, we've got like 20mm thick, 16mm thick, whatever that is. No, that's thicker than that, to be honest. That's probably 20mm, that's probably about 16mm. It's not going to bend, but put that in, it's just another layer of strength in it. So a few more beads and we are there.